Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 season is on the air. Today's date is April 13th, 1988. We are at Old Comiskey. What am I talking about? Old Comiskey. We're at Candlestick Park for tonight's game between the Cincinnati Reds and the San Francisco Giants. The Reds come into this game at record of 3-4 early on. Giants off to a quick start in the season. They're off to a 7-1 start. So the Giants right now are playing some pretty good baseball here. Early in the 88 campaign. We should have a good matchup tonight. We got two decent pitchers. The fans here at Candlestick Park are hoping for a good game, and I'm hoping we get one for them as well. King Toon Gaming, Ron McGrath and Brian B. join us here first at Candlestick Park. King, let me ask you a question. Is that King Toon or is it King Twan? How exactly do you actually pronounce that? Because I'm thinking two as in tune or TW or as Twan or like one or something. So how do you actually pronounce that, as tune or Twan? The only stats I keep is in the regular season is wins and losses, and that is all. And of course, board with Twan. Okay, so I was calling it right before. Right. Okay. Thank you, sir. And the only stats I keep is wins and losses regular season. In the postseason, however, I keep batting averages for the postseason because that gives me an MVP for the rest of when the postseason is over. Brian B., of course, I knew would not miss a Reds game, and it's definitely a big Reds game tonight. And Mike Swan, exactly, just like you said. So tonight we will see what happens here as the Reds will play the Giants. The Giants historically won this game 5-4. So they had 14 hits in an error. The Reds had 7 hits in an error. So we will see what Inside Pitch has to say tonight. So if everybody is ready to go, and we're going to go ahead and get it started. So without further ado, let's play some baseball tonight. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants tonight is Mike LaCoss. 7 wins, 7 losses, a 3.62 ERA. Only had about 19 starts for the Giants that year. I believe he got hurt later. So LaCoss, though, was early here for the G-men during the season. So we are all set and ready to go, and the Reds will bring up their first batter here in the top of the first. Leading off for the Reds, don't need to say much about him. Shortstop, Hall of Famer, Barry Larkin, 296 average, 12 homers, 56 RBIs. Larkin, Hall of Famer, absolutely one of the best shortstops to really play the game. We are using black, white, and orange dice. Giants are the home team. Everybody is set and ready to go. Reds and the Giants. Brian B. rooting for his Reds. And we are set and ready to go. LaCoss, 1-4. That is a blank. Larkin, 1-2. And he grounds one to third. And that will be handled by Mitchell for the first out. Remember, minus one arm. Remember, this is the early years of Barry Larkin. Remember, Larkin really turned it on in the 90s. This is the very late 80s. Next batter for the Reds, second baseman, Jeff Treadway. Not a bad second baseman. 252 average, 2 homers, 23 RBIs. Treadway is at second for this game. Sabo is in the lineup, but Sabo was not in the. Sabo was on the bench. He did not start this game. LaCoss, 4-5, strikeout 8, and that's going to be too high. Candlestick Park adds 1 to strikeouts and subtracts 1 from walks. Treadway, 5-3, and he grounds 1 to second base, and that's going to get taken care of by Thompson, 2 down. Next batter, left fielder, Cal Daniels. This guy, if I remember how Cal Daniels looked, this guy was a beast. 291 average, 18 homers, 64 RBIs. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, but I think if I'm correct, Cal was pretty ripped. LaCoss will go ahead and make the pitch. 2-3. That is a blank. He's not tired. Daniels, 1-1, and he gets a base hit to left field. Daniels keeps the inning alive with a single. First hit of the game for the Reds. And next up for the Reds will be center fielder Eric Davis. This guy was unbelievable. 273 average, 26 homers, 93 RBIs. He is in center field for this game. Daniels on at first. Too bad knees ruined him. 87, he had a monster season. I remember that one. Strategy roll, that is at 12. Daniels will stay put. LaCoss will make the pitch. LaCoss, 4-1. Wild pitch. That 16 is going to be too high. It will be ball 1. LaCoss again, 4-5. Strikeout 14. He will get Davis on the K, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for LaCoss. He had 70 of them in 88. And that does retire the side. No runs. There was a hit. And we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds. Their big guy here, their ace on the mound for the year, Tom Browning. He had a monster season in 88. 18 wins, 5 losses, a 3.41 ERA. And of course, we know Browning recently passed away. And because of that, I'm going to do a 10-minute moment of silence for Mr. Tom Browning, since he does get the start tonight. Tom Browning passed away recently. Thank you very much. Browning goes ahead and gets the start. Let's see what the Giants got. Giants got some players here that a lot of people remember. Leading off, center fielder Brett Butler. This guy was one of the better leadoff hitters during that time. 287 average, 6 homers, 43 RBIs, 43 stolen bases. Brett Butler was a pretty darn good leadoff hitter. Browning will go ahead and pitch. Browning, 3-5, possible error. Butler, 6-5. That's a fly ball to left field. That's it to Daniels. His error rating is a 3. That's a 19. He will make the catch with no trouble. And that is out number 1. Next up will be the third baseman, Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell was really beginning to come into his zone now in the late 80s and early 90s after leaving the Mets. Mitchell, pretty good, not a bad year in 88. 251 average, 19 homers, 80 RBIs. Browning will go ahead and pitch. 2-4, and that's a home run result against the lefty. Mitchell needs a 14. That's a 7. So what did I just say? Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is hit deep to right field. That's gone. Home run, Kevin Mitchell. Tom Browning went ahead and pitched him a meatball, and Kevin Mitchell put the tomato sauce and the cheese on it and turned it into lasagna. That is a 1-0 lead for the Giants as Mitchell gets the G-men on the board first. So a bad pitch by Browning, still 1 out in the bottom of the first. Next up for the Giants, first baseman Will the Thrill Clark. 282 average, 29 homers, 109 RBIs. You know, he's not in the Hall of Fame, but I'll tell you, I sometimes wonder if he really should be in there. Browning will go ahead and pitch. Browning, 4-1 against the lefty walk. The 17 is going to be high. Clark, 1-5, and that is going to be a ground ball to first, and that'll get taken care of by O'Neill, and that is 2 down. Two outs, and that'll bring up this guy with a pretty good name, right fielder Candy Maldonado. That name does kind of roll off the tongue, doesn't it? 255 average, 12 homers, 68 RBIs. Browning will go ahead and pitch. Browning, 4-6 against the righty. That is a blank. Maldonado, 2-1, grounds it to short. That'll be handled by Larkin with no problem. And that will retire the side. A run on a hit, and the hit was a solo bomb by Mitchell. And after 1, it is 1-0 in favor of the Giants. Top of the second coming up, LaCoss gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Reds, first baseman Paul O'Neill. Of course, you know him mostly with the Yankees in the 90s, but O'Neill is at first base for this game for the Reds. Not a bad season. 252 average, 16 homers, 73 RBIs, respectable. So LaCoss will go ahead and make the pitch. LaCoss, 6'4", range play. O'Neill, 6'4". That's a single past second, but it's a range play for Robbie Thompson. His range is a 3. That is a 1. Thompson will get it with no trouble at all and toss it over to first. 1 down. He takes a single away from O'Neill. Next batter will be the right fielder, Tracy Jones. Jones will be with the Montreal Expos later in the year. He is a Red at this time. 295 average, 3 homers, 24 RBIs. LaCoss will go ahead and pitch. LaCoss, 3-6, strikeout, 16 is high. Jones, 1-1, and that's grounded to short. And taking care of that is going to be Uribe, and that is out number 2. 2 men down, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Buddy Bell. Bell will be with the Houston Astros later in 88. He is on the Reds at this time. 241 average, 7 homers, and 40 RBIs in 88. Remember, if a color, I will always mention at the start of a game or anytime a player comes up to bat, if he is on a different, if the colors don't match, I will always mention it. LaCoss with the pitch. 1-2, that is a blank. Bell, 5-1. That's a base hit. He hits a single to left. Bell will go ahead and keep the inning alive with a 2-out single. And here comes the catcher, Bo Diaz. 219 average, 10 homers, 35 RBIs. Played about half the games for the Reds that year. You watch Tracy every Tuesday and Thursday, yes. Bell on at first. I don't think he's going to do anything. And nope. LaCoss will make the pitch. LaCoss, 6'3", against the righty. Home run result. Diaz needs an 11. The 19 is too high. Diaz, 6'3", and he just pops it up. That's a pop fly ball to short. Uribe is going to get to that, and he will put it away and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Reds. Diaz misses a chance at a home run, but all he does is pop it out to Uribe. And we will go to the bottom of the second. Browning back on the mound. Leading off for the Giants will be left fielder Jeffrey Leonard. Leonard will be on the Milwaukee Brewers later in the season. He is a Giant today. 242 average, 10 homers, 64 RBIs. Not a terrible year. Browning will go ahead and make the pitch. Browning, 4-6, against the righty, blank. Leonard, 5'6". That's a fly ball to right. And looks like Jones will get to it for the out. 1 man down. Here comes the catcher, Bob Melvin. 234 average, 8 homers, 27 RBIs. Browning with the pitch. 6'6", range play. Melvin, 5'4". It's a line drive right back to Browning. His range is a 3. That is a 4. It'll go right past him and into the outfield for a hit right up the middle. So good, nice hit by Melvin. He gets a single. Giants get a man on. Infield goes to double play depth. Next up will be the second baseman, Robbie Thompson. 264 average, 7 homers, 48 RBIs. I always thought Robbie Thompson was a very serviceable player. Melvin on at first. I don't think he's going to do anything. And the answer is no. Browning will go ahead and make the pitch. Browning, 3-6, against the righty. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly to right. Coming over there will be Jones. And that is out number 2. Melvin, of course, stays where he is. Next batter will be the shortstop, Jose Uribe. Another nice name that kind of rolls off the tongue. 252 average, 3 homers, 35 RBIs in 88. Strategy roll anyway to roll because Browning does have pickoff chances. Nothing happening. Browning will go ahead and pitch. 4-3. Home run chance. Switch right. A 1-2. The 7 is too high. Uribe, 4-1. Against the lefty. He does get a base hit, though. That's going to be a single right past Browning. Melvin, however, is slow with a base rating of 2 with 2 outs, and he's going to hold at second. He will not get to third. He will stay right where he is. So now runners at first and second, but that does bring up the pitcher, and this man actually could hit. Coming up to bat will be the pitcher, Mike LaCoss. Not a bad hitter, 242 average with 2 RBIs. LaCoss very, very capable of making contact. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Nothing on the strat. Melvin will stay where he is. Browning will pitch to his opposite number. Browning, 5-5. Wild pitch, 3, and that will go to the backstop. The runners will move up. Browning uncorks a wild one. Didn't have that many of them that year, but he does one year, and now the runners will move. They will not intentionally walk LaCoss. They will pitch to him. We will re-roll the strategy, and 11 says nothing happening. So Browning uncorks a wild pitch. And first wild pitch of the game for Browning. Browning will go ahead and pitch. Browning, 1-6. That is a blank. LaCoss, 2-5. And LaCoss will come through. That's going to be a base hit to left field. Melvin will come in to score. Uribe with 2 outs, base runner 4. A single to left, +1 is a 5. So Uribe will score on a 5 or lower, and he does. LaCoss helps his own cause there as he will bring in 2 runs, and the Giants will now take a 3-0 lead on the Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by LaCoss. He actually did have 2 RBIs in 88. I wonder if this is the game he actually had him in. I'm not entirely sure. But LaCoss goes ahead and puts the Giants ahead 3-0. Doug Hunt joins us here at Candlestick Park. Top of the order for the G-men here is Butler. Butler 0 for 1. Strategy roll. I don't think LaCoss is going to do anything, and he won't. 2 outs here. Browning will go ahead and pitch to Butler. Browning, 4-1 against the lefty. Walk, 3. Yes, and Browning not having a good inning here, and now he walks Butler. LaCoss will go to second. First walk issued by Browning. He had 61 of them in 88. And that gives a chance to Mitchell. Mitchell already with a bomb in the game. He's 1 for 1. Runners at first and second for the Giants. And here's 2 outs. We're only in the top of the second. Strategy roll. That's a 4. Nothing happening. Browning will go ahead, set up for the pitch. Browning, 6-3. Error on a throw. Mitchell, 6-4. And that's not going to be an error. That's going to be a fly to right. He hits one deep to right. But Jones is going to get there and make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits, a wild pitch and a walk. And the Giants have a 3-0 lead here after 2. As I know, Brian B. at this moment does not like what he sees on the scoreboard. But everyone knows that no lead is safe on inside pitch. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Reds will be the pitcher, Tom Browning, and he will bat. 145 average and 4 RBIs in 88. He will go ahead and bat. He had a lot of at-bats, too. He had 83 at-bats in 88. LaCoss did have a hit, no RBI this game. Thank you there, Mr. Bryant. Top of the third inning, as JT 2.0 joins us here at Candlestick Park. LaCoss, 4-4. Wild pitch, ball 1. LaCoss will try again. 4-5. Strikeout, 15. Yep, he got Browning. That will be a K. And that is a second strikeout for LaCoss. 1 down, and here comes Larkin. Larkin is 0 for 1. LaCoss sets up with the pitch. And that's a 1-1 against the righty, blank. Larkin, 6-6, grounds it to second base, and Thompson will have no trouble with it. 2 outs now. Here is Treadway. Treadway 0 for 1. LaCoss with the deal. 4-6. That is a blank. Treadway, 2-3. Line drive hit hard right at LaCoss, but it goes into the glove, and that side is retired. A line out right to the pitcher, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Reds. So right now, LaCoss pitching pretty well today, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Will the Thrill Clark will lead it off. He's 0 for 1. Do you guys think Will Clark could have been a Hall of Famer? I think it's pretty close. Browning with the pitch. 3-6 against the lefty. Base hit right past Browning, and that'll be a single for Clark. So as soon as I say something good about him, he goes ahead and leads off with a base hit. So right now, Browning having some issues with the innings today. And that will bring up Maldonado. He's 0 for 1. Infield is at double play. Clark had 9 stolen bases. That is a 9. He's not going anywhere. Browning will go ahead and pitch. Browning, 4-5. Strikeout, 14. That is high. Maldonado, 5-2. Ground ball to short, 3-4-5. Second base pivot, Treadway, 0. 1-5 double play. They got it. 2 outs. Maldonado grounds out into the 6-4-3. There are 2 down. Next batter is Leonard. Leonard is 0 for 1. Modern first basemen have difficulty getting in. Doesn't seem that way, though, Brian. That modern first basemen do seem to have issues of getting in there. Browning with the deal. 1-1 against the righty. That is a blank. Leonard, 2-4. Grounded to short. Handled easily by Larkin. And he will take his time, toss it to first, and end the inning. No runs, a hit. A double play kind of kills any chance the Giants had. But after 3, it is 3-0 in favor of the G-Men. Good to have everybody here in the chat for a nice game at Candlestick Park. We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Redlegs will be Cal Daniels. Daniels got a base hit his first time up. LaCoss looking in. Now he'll go ahead and throw it. 2-2. That is a range play. Daniels, 4-3. Ground ball to first. Ball is hit to Clark. Not too bad. His range is a 3. That is a 5. That gets past him, and that's going to be down the line. Daniels going to turn around first, and he's going to slide into second. That's going to be a double. So Daniels leads off with a double. He'll hold at second base. As now the Reds got something going on here. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Candlestick Park. Check out his awesome, spectacular, tremendous channel. Will Clark says we used to play The Thrill Is Gone. Daniels on at second. Infield will play back. Davis is 0 for 1. And nothing happening on the 9. LaCoss will go ahead and pitch. LaCoss, 6-5. That is a blank. Davis, 4-1, fly ball to left, and looks like Leonard will get to it and put it away. So here comes O'Neill. O'Neill is 0 for 1. Mike, it will LaCoss you will go ahead and make the pitch. I thought that was pretty good, actually. Mike, it will LaCoss you. I think that's pretty good, Baseball Demos. Strategy roll first. That is a 14. Nothing happening. I'm surprised you didn't think of that first there. LaCoss, 5-1. Strikeout 1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will be a strikeout for him, and that is his 3rd. He goes ahead and gets Paul O'Neill easily. 2 outs now for Jones. Jones is 0 for 1. It was mad. You're just disappointed. You're just mad you didn't think of it first. LaCoss will go ahead and pick. Well, strategy roll first. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. LaCoss does have pickoff chances. Daniel still on at second. LaCoss makes the deal. LaCoss 2-6, strikeout 3, and he got him. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Jones knows he should have swung at that, and that will retire the side. 4th strikeout for LaCoss. And so the Reds get a double, but can't do anything with it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No runs and a hit. Baseball demos didn't Berman have a nick for LaCoss? Well, if he didn't, I have one now. Bottom of the fourth inning coming up. Leading off for the Giants will be Bob Melvin. Melvin got a base hit his first time up and scored. Browning will go ahead and make the pitch. Browning, 1-5. That's at the park. Candlestick, 2-2. Grounded to second base. And Treadway will get that one. Candlestick Park, not really known for homers. Only 100 home runs were hit in that stadium in '88. Batting average a little bit on the normal side, I should say. I don't know why I'm putting that one. That's got to go. Maybe Izod LaCoss. Here comes Thompson. Thompson is 0 for 1. Browning will go ahead and make the pitch. Browning, 5-4. Against the righty, that's going to be an out. And that's a fly to center. Coming over will be Davis. He'll have plenty of room. And 2 down. Browning was more of a fly ball pitcher than he was a grounder. If you look at his star lines, he has 5 flyouts and 1 ground out. So Browning usually gave up fly balls more than he did grounders. That's another thing about inside pitch. You can tell what kind of a pitcher the pitcher was by virtue pretty much of the star line. Here is Uribe, and he is 1 for 1 with a single. Is Thompson the same as the Phillies manager? I don't know. No, I think you think of somebody else. I don't remember Robbie Thompson managing the Phils, but I could be wrong. Browning with the pitch. 2-3. Range play. Uribe. 2-1. And against the lefty, that's a base hit past second. But Treadway has excellent range there. His range is a 5. That's a 4. He makes it with no trouble. He'll get it. And he will go ahead and turn a single into an out. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Browning. And that's the first time he's retired the Giants in order. Still 3-0 G-Men after 4. Top of the 5th. Leading off for the Reds will be Buddy Bell. Bell got a base hit his first time up. Fans here at Candlestick, a lot of wind here at this ballpark, usually was. I did go to a game between the Giants and the Mets at Candlestick in the year 2000. The Giants were still at the Candlestick. They didn't move into Oracle Park until later, or at that time it was AT&T Park. LaCoss, 5-2. Home run chance, righty, 1-6. 12 is too high. Bell, 4-6. But he does slap one past third. That's going to be a single for Bell. So Bell is now 2 for 2. Up next is Diaz. Diaz popped out his first time up. Infield a double play depth. Bell had 1 stolen base. That is a 3. He ain't going anywhere. And Diaz is not going to try a hit and run here. Diaz will go ahead and swing. LaCoss with the pitch. 4-1. Wild pitch. 19 is too high. Ball 1. LaCoss again. 1-3. Hit by pitch. The 16 is too high. Diaz. 6-6. And Diaz comes through with a single to right. Bell, a base running rating of 1. Single to right. He's got it because the right fielder for the Giants is Maldonado. Not a good arm. Single to right. +3 is going to make him a 4. 1-4. Bell will get to third. It's a 6. There could be a throw. Here comes the throw by Maldonado. A 1-2. There could be an out. It is a 5. It is a 5. The throw comes in pretty well, but Bell's going to have to hold at second base. So the runners hold. So Bell will stay at second. As the throw came in fast, Bell put on the brakes. But the Reds have runners at first and second here. And the batter is Browning. Browning does have a bunt rating of 3. He'll probably get to call the bunt. Corners will be coming in, expecting the bunt with runners at first and second. Strategy roll is still on. That is a 5. Doesn't normally do it, but Browning is going to bunt here with nobody out. So the bunt is on by Browning. Here's the pitch. LaCoss, 1-2. That is a blank. And here comes the bunt attempt. and that is bunted to the first baseman. It is a 17. First baseman, his bunt rating is a 3, but that's going to become a 2. And a 17 is going to be bunted too hard. Proceed as you would, and I'll show it here. So, N rating a 2, G double play, 17, bunted too hard. Proceed as you would, any grounder double play. So instead, that's bunted too hard to first. That is bunted too hard to first. First baseman is Clark. So let's see, well, any double play, but you see 0, 0, and the corners are in. So since the corner was in, there's not going to be a double play rating. So the question is this going to be an out? No chance of a double play. That is a 6, and that means the runners are going to advance one base. The only play that Clark had was to get Browning out, and that is 1 out. So actually it precedes a double play, but still it worked out anyway due to the double play rating of a 0. So in this case, that actually helped. So the runners will advance on that anyway. So the bunt is still successful, as that goes as a sacrifice hit to first. Now the batter is Larkin. Runners in for second and third, 1 out. Infield will now play in. LaCoss will see what they do with a strategy roll. That is a 2. Bell not going anywhere. Now the Reds are definitely threatening. LaCoss will set up with the pitch. LaCoss, 2-1, super walk, and that 8 will walk Larkin with ease, and the bases are juiced. So now LaCoss, if you rolled a 5, it would have been a force play. That is correct. That is correct. You are right. If it had 5, it would have been a force play. That is right. But since it was a 6, the runners advance anyway, because as soon as he says, proceed as you would any double play, you just run it as a normal double play. That is correct. After further review with Steve Tower joins us here at Candlestick Park. Definitely hope some plucky rookie doesn't take his starting spot at third. As Steve Tower knows, that will happen because Buddy Bell, of course, is in Astros colors here. Bases are loaded for Jeff Treadway. So the Giants are in a little bit of trouble here. There is 1 out, and they're going to play double play depth and try to turn the 2. And we'll see what happens here. So they talk to LaCoss on the mound, see how they want to do this. Reds down 3-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Treadway's not going to do any bunting here. He's going to swing. LaCoss sets up, and now he will make the pitch. LaCoss, 3-4. Super walk. 18. No, he doesn't walk him. Against the righty, Treadway would be a 17, -1, a 16. He does not walk him. Treadway gets to swing the bat. 4-2, and it is a ground ball to first. 2. Shortstop pivot, Uribe a 0. A 1-2, they turn the double play. They do not. Bell does come in to score. Diaz goes to third. Larkin actually has a good speed here. Base runner 4, but becomes a 3 with them being held on at double play depth. So the throw goes to second to get Larkin. Treadway safe at first. 2 outs, but it's now 3-1. So that actually goes as a fielder's choice, but the run does come in to score. And now we have a 3-1 game here at Candlestick. So now with runners at first and third and 2 outs, here is Daniels. Daniels is having a good night tonight, 2 for 2, a single and a double. 2 outs here, but now a 3-1 ball game. Strategy, that is a 1. Treadway actually gets the steal sign and is a 20. He has a stolen base. He only had 2 stolen bases, but he does get the steal sign on a 1. And LaCoss is 0. Melvin is 0, and they're going to send him. Diaz is not going. The only way Treadway is out is on a 20. And he will get into slide safely as Treadway will go to second base. So a stolen base for Treadway, who only had 2 stolen bases in that year in 88, but he'll get it there because, well, LaCoss doesn't have really good holding ability. So now runners at second and third, a base hit by Daniels could tie the game up. They will re-roll the strat. And that is a 12, nothing happening. LaCoss will try to limit the damage, 3-1. LaCoss with the pitch, 6-4, range play. Daniels, 3-4. That's a ball hit to right field, and that is a 1. And that's going to be a base hit to right field, but it's a range play from Maldonado. Maldonado's range is a 2. Can he take a single away from Daniels? No, it's going to drop in for a base hit by Daniels. Diaz will come in to score. Treadway, not much speed though. Base running rating of 2 with 2 outs. That is a single to right. +2 is a 4. A 1-4. Treadway will score. He does not. Treadway goes to third. Daniels is on at first. Right fielder Maldonado, a +1 arm. A 1-2. There could be an out. It is a 2. Here comes the throw, and the throw goes to the plate. It's relayed by Clark, and Treadway is out at the plate. Side retired. What a throw by Candy Maldonado. He goes ahead and sees Treadway rounding third. He's got no good speed. He'd send him home anyway. Maldonado throws it to Clark. Clark with the relay and got him. Side retired. Holy cow. The run does come in, though. 2 runs on 3 hits, a stolen base, and a fielder's choice, but Treadway gunned down at the plate and retires the side. And I can't believe the coach decided to run him, but that's how inside pitch works. You never know what the coach may be. And a 1-4 actually was pretty good chance. Just the Candyman just went ahead and did the job. We go to the bottom of the 5th. As Baseball Demo says, the Candyman can. Old Man Music joins us here at Candlestick Park. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the G-Men will be Mike LaCoss, and he got a base hit his first time up. Browning with the pitch. Browning, 2-3, range play. LaCoss, 6-4, base hit right past second. It's a range play, though, for Treadway. As I said, he's excellent. 1-5 range. That is a 1. He makes it with his eyes closed. LaCoss is out, 1 down. So that turns a single into an out. Batter now is Butler. Butler 0 for 1 with a walk. Browning sets up with the pitch. Browning 2-1, strikeout. 11 is high. Butler 3-1, grounded to second base again. And Treadway will make the play. 2 outs. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell 1 for 2. He's got a solo bomb in the game. Browning trying to keep it close here. Reds making a good game. Browning with the pitch. 5-1. Range play at the park. Candlestick. 1-2. It's ground ball to first. The ball is hit to O'Neill. His range is a 2. He won't get that one. And that is going to be a hit down the line. Mitchell rounding first. He's going to try for second. He'll get in there standing up with a double. Double for Mitchell as he hits it past O'Neill. O'Neill, not very good range at first, a range of a 2, but Mitchell will get there at second base. It keeps the inning alive for Clark. Clark 1 for 2. Mitchell, not really a threat to do anything, and he's not going to do anything. He'll stay at second base. Browning again has Giants on the field. Browning will set up and make the pitch. Browning, 1-2 against the lefty. Super strikeout. Swing and a miss. Rock him out. And Clark goes down. And that is strikeout number 1 for Browning. He had 124 of them in 88. That's his first strikeout, and that does retire the side. Nice strikeout by Browning. So no runs and a hit for the Giants. After 5, it's 3-2. As Frank Wayne Scott joins us here at Candlestick Park. Top of the 6th inning, LaCoss will stay on the mound. Let's see, Browning can pitch to 28, LaCoss to 25. Leading off for the Redlegs will be Eric Davis. And David, let's see here. Will be Davis. Hold on for a second here. Davis is 0 for 2. LaCoss will set up and make the pitch. LaCoss, 6-6, range play at the park. Candlestick, 5-2. That ball is hit to left field. That is a 3. That's going to be a single to left, but Jeff Leonard has a chance to make the play. His range is a 2. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. Davis will hold at first base. So a leadoff hit by Davis as he gets on there as Leonard couldn't get to the play. Here comes O'Neill. O'Neill 0 for 2, infield double play. Clark Garotz joins us here at Candlestick Park, and I believe it's the first time you and Frank Wayne Scott have joined me for the 88 season. Where have you guys been? Davis on it first, strategy roll. That's a 5. He does get the steal sign, 18, and Melvin a 0, and they're going to send Davis with 35 stolen bases, and the throw goes to second. A 1-18. The only way he's out is on a 19 or a 20. Throw goes to second, and it's a bad throw by Melvin. His error rating is an 11, but he won't make an error. He'll be Davis is safe though. Not a good throw by Melvin. Not a good throw by Melvin. The shortstop Uribe was there to make the play. But Davis is safe at second with a stolen base. So now O'Neill will bat with a runner on second and nothing on the strat. Davis this time will stay at second. $15 scalper blue seats in 88. Infield is now back. LaCoss will make the pitch. LaCoss 4-6. That is a blank. O'Neill 1-4. Base hit left field. Single. That should score Davis. Davis base running rating of 4. Single left field +1 is a 5. And he will score easily. And that is, as the throw goes to the plate, O'Neill a base running rating of 3. And he's going to take second on the throw. So the throw goes to the plate to try to get Davis. No way. O'Neill takes off for second. Throw goes back to second, but O'Neill is there safely. And this game is tied. Stadium groans. And now Brian B., I'm sure, loves the scoreboard. We're tied at 3. As I said, no lead is safe on inside pitch. O'Neill now at second base. And the batter now is Jones. Jones is 0 for 2. But now we're tied at 3. David Vega joins us here. And Joel Durney at Candlestick Park. LaCoss will go ahead and make the pitch. LaCoss 2-4 against the righty. That's an out. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Handled by Uribe. Throw goes to first for the out. Does O'Neill get third base? No, he does not. He stays at second. Ball was hit too hard. And O'Neill will stay at second base. 1 down. Next up is Bell. Bell 2 for 2. He has 2 singles. Chris DeMello joins us here now at the stick. O'Neill at second base. Strategy. Nothing on the 5. LaCoss will go ahead and make the pitch. LaCoss 6-2. Pitcher result. Righty. Only a 1 is an out. 16 is high. Bell 5-6, and he grounds it to second base. That'll get taken care of by Thompson. The throw goes to first for the out, and O'Neill will go to third automatically, 2 away. Ground out to second, but now with 2 outs, and the batter now is Diaz, as Vita Productions joins us here at Candlestick Park. LaCoss is now tired, but they're going to see if he can finish this inning out. Tracy sings to his wife, me and Mrs. Jones. Great song. Great song. Not that great a pun there, Baseball Demos. I'm sorry. My LaCoss pun was better than yours. Bleh. O'Neill on at third. LaCoss will now pitch to Diaz. LaCoss tired, trying to see if he can get this inning done. 2 outs here, top of the 6th. Strategy roll, that's a 16, no play. LaCoss will now pitch to Diaz. LaCoss, 1-5, that is a blank. Diaz, 4-2, and he grounds it to second. Thompson is up with it, takes his time, throws to first, side retired. 1 run on 2 hits and a stolen base for the Reds. We got a tie game going into the bottom of the 6th. Browning will take on the mound. Candy Maldonado leads off for the G-Men. He's 0-2. Tied at 3 here at Candlestick. Yes, the Giants are off to a hot start. They are 7-1, and the Reds are 3-4. Browning with the pitch. Browning, 5-4 against the righty. That's going to be an out, and it's a fly out to center. 1 away. Play is made there by Davis. You know, I did tell you guys that Action PC Baseball that I use to go ahead and get the rosters for every game. I also have the game simulate along with me, even though I don't use the simulation engine, but I have it simulate anyway. The Giants in FastScore are 7-1. The Action PC game also has the Giants at 7-1. So obviously, FastScore and Action PC Baseball seem to be in agreement. Here's Leonard. Leonard is 0-2. Browning will set up with the deal. Browning, 2-5, strikeout 3, called strike 3 on Leonard. It's right down the pike. Knew he should have swung at it. And that's a second out. Second strikeout for Browning. And now here comes Melvin. Melvin 1-2. Peter's 500 on San Fran. Browning will go ahead and make the pitch. Browning, 1-5. That's at the park. Candlestick, 4-6. It's a fly to left field. Getting to that is going to be Daniels. He'll have plenty of room. And now we'll have plenty of ball. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Browning. He has really settled down since the first 2. He gave up 3 runs on 4 hits in the first 2 innings. He's only given up 2 hits the rest of the way. Tied at 3 after 6. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Leading off is Tom Browning. And Brian B says, do I want to hit for him? Let's see here. Top of the 7th inning, LaCoss there. He is due to lead off. And I think, let's see, he can still pitch. Let's see here. He can still pitch to 4 more batters. But if you want me to hit for him, I will do so if you want there. Chris Sabo would be the guy to come in because you know my rules must be at bats. I'm gonna say I think I'd like to let him go 1 more inning before I go. I mean, the Reds bullpen is not terrible. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent, really. The Reds bullpen is not actually. The Reds bullpen is pretty good. I don't know here. Let's see here. I don't know. Steeler fan now joins us here at Candlestick Park. Brian B says, my call. This is 1980s baseball, though. I'm going to let him hit. Browning will bat against LaCoss. We will see a new pitcher, though, for the Giants. LaCoss is out. He has done his job. So the Giants will bring on a new pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Giants, their bullpen is not terrible either. Their bullpen's pretty darn good also because they got a lefty. You got lefty, righty, and lefty. Yeah, I think we'll go with this guy. Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Craig Lefferts. Boy, does that name bring back some memories. 3 wins, 8 losses, 11 saves, a 2.92 ERA. Craig Lefferts will go ahead and take over for the Giants. And he will pitch to Browning as we start the top of the 7th. Tied at 3. Lefferts with the pitch. Lefferts, 5-3. That's at the park. Candlestick Park, 5-4. It's a fly to right. And that will get handled by Maldonado. And that is out number 1. I know Wayne Scott wanted me to pull him, but a little bit late there as soon as I make the roll. Here is Larkin. Larkin is 1 for 3. 1 down. Lefferts will set up with the pitch. Lefferts, 6-1. Strikeout 12. That is high. Larkin, 2-4. That ball is hit to right field. That's a 10. And against the lefty, it's going to be too high. That's going to be a fly out. That's going to be a fly out to right. Fly ball to right field. Larkin just got a little bit under it. And that is 2 down. Here is Treadway. Treadway is 0 for 3. Does have a stolen base, though. Lefferts with the pitch. Lefferts, 5-4. Strikeout 8. That is high. Treadway, 3-4. Fly to right again. Going over there is Maldonado. He was busy this inning. He makes all 3 putouts. And the side is retired. Nice job by Lefferts. Job by Lefferts. So that takes care of that inning. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night. We're heading north of the border, and to my opinion, maybe one of the, well, I still can't believe they used it as a baseball stadium, but it worked at least for the time being while they were there. We are heading to Exhibition Stadium tomorrow night. It will be the Minnesota Twins taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Frank Viola will be pitching for the Twins, and Todd Stottlemyre will be going for the Blue Jays. So we got a good matchup tomorrow night, north of the border in Canada. The Twins and the Jays at Exhibition Stadium. I hope you'll join us for that game tomorrow as we show off those 2 teams for the first time in the league. We go to the bottom of the 7th here, tied at 3 between the Reds and the Giants. Browning still on the mound. He's going to try to pitch one more inning here. Robbie Thompson leads off for the G-Men. He is 0 for 2. Tied at 3. Giants off to a good start this season. Reds a little bit mediocre, but that team in 1988 was okay, was not too bad. Browning, 5-6 against the righty. That's going to be an out. And it's a ground ball to short, taken care of by Larkin with ease. 1 down. 1 out, and here comes Uribe. Uribe 1 for 2 with a single. Browning will set up and make the pitch. Browning, 3-1 against the switch. Against the switch right. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly ball to right field. Coming over there will be Jones. 2 outs. Lefferts due to bat, but they'll pull him out. And the Giants will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Giants will be Mike Aldretti. 267 average, 3 homers, 50 RBIs. Aldretti will go ahead and pinch hit against Browning here. 2 outs here. Reds coming back. They were down 3-0. Remember, no leader safe here, an inside pitch. Browning, 3-3. Strikeout 20 is way out of there. Aldretti, 4-5, and he cups a base hit past short, and that will be a single. Aldretti keeps the inning alive. The pitcher spot is now 2 for 3. And a chance now for Butler. Can the Butler do it? He is 0 for 2 with a walk. And now, enough, Mike, enough Aldretti. Yeah, okay. Browning will go ahead and pitch to the Butler. 2 out. Strategy rolls are active. Nothing on the 15. Browning will be tired after Butler, though. Browning will set up. Here comes the pitch. 1-3. That's a pitcher result. Lefty. 1-7. A single up the middle. That is a 7, and it just scoots by Browning. That's going to be a base hit for Butler. Aldretti a 3 with 2 outs. And he is not going to make third. He will have to hold it second. Aldretti stops there. A base hit for Butler. And now runners at first and second for Mitchell. So here comes Kevin Mitchell. Runners at first and second. Frank Wainscott says, where is Captain Hook? And I guess they're asking me to yank him out. He is tired now, so yes, he will come out. So Browning's going to leave the game, and the Reds will go to the bullpen. And to go up against Mitchell, and there looks like they're bringing a lefty against him because Mitchell actually does not hit lefties as well as righties. And let's see who they're going to bring on to pitch. Let's see. Let's see here. They're going to bring him in. Coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Rob Murphy. No wins, 6 losses, 3 saves, a 3.08 ERA. Rob Murphy will pinch it to Kevin Mitchell. 2 outs, tied at 3 here. Bottom of the 7th, the Giants got something going on. Aldretti on it second, Butler on it first. Fans here at Candlestick hoping that Mitchell can do it. He already has a home run in the game. Strategy roll is up, and that's an 11. Nothing happening. Murphy will set it in, and here comes the deal. Murphy, 2-1, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, strike out, and the inning is over. He goes ahead and gets Mitchell on a K and strands the base runners. No runs on 2 hits. Still tied at 3 after 7. As Murphy gets the job done. We will go to the top of the 8th inning. Leading off for the Reds is going to be Cal Daniels. And with 2 lefties and a righty, Giants do need a pitcher. And let's see what they're going to bring in here to pitch. Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Joe Price. 1 win, 6 losses, 4 saves, a 3.94 ERA. Price will now be the 3rd Giants pitcher here to start the top of the 8th inning. Daniels will lead it off. Joe Price sets up and makes the pitch. Price, 1-4. Walk plus. That'll walk Daniels easily, and he will trot to first. A very good night for Daniels. He is 3 for 3, and it stays 3 for 3, but he's been on base all 4 times. So Daniels having a good night. Here is Davis. Davis 1 for 3 with a single. Actual retail price, exactly. Infield double play. Anything with Daniels, I don't think he's going to do anything. Nope, he'll stay put. Price will set up and now pitch to Davis. Pitch comes on the way. Price, 1-6. Home run result. Lefty. Davis is a 20. Well, that takes care of that. Kaboom! That ball is hit pretty high. That ball is hit pretty deep to right field. Going back is Maldonado. And he's just going to see it fly over the wall. 2-run bomb. Eric Davis. Reds take the lead. Stadium groans. A 2-run bomb by Eric Davis, And the Reds have a 5-3 lead. Giants are up 3-0, could not hold it. Eric Davis had 26 homers that year, and he goes ahead and belts it. And now it's a 5-3 Reds lead. Here comes O'Neill. And O'Neill is 1 for 3. As Price comes in and does not get it done here. In the top of the 8th inning, Price with the pitch. Price, 2-3. That's at the park. Candlestick, 3-5. That's a base hit to left field. O'Neill will go ahead and smack it into left, and O'Neill will go to first. So a walk, a home run, and a single given up to O'Neill now. The batter now is Jones, and that's going to be it for Joe Price. The Reds are not, the Giants are not going to go any further. So Price will not stay in there long. And now the Giants will go back to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Giants now will be Don Robinson. 10 wins, 5 losses, 6 saves, a 2.45 ERA. Robinson will now be the 4th Giants pitcher here. Still nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. O'Neill on at first. Strategy rolls are still active. At the 5, O'Neill will stay put, although the hit and run comes up, but I'm not going to hit and run here with a 2-run lead, plus Jones can hit the ball. Robinson with the pitch. Robinson, 2-6, strikeout, 18 is high. Jones, 3-3, ground ball, second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop, Uribe, 0 pivot. A 1-3 is a double play, and they got it, 2 outs. 4-6-3 double play by hit into by Tracy Jones. And that erases the base runner there. Batter up now is Bell. Bell is 2 for 3. But now there are 2 outs. Robinson will pitch to Bell. Robinson, 3-5, range play. Bell has had a good night tonight, 2 for 3. Bell, 6-5. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Uribe. His range is a 3. That is a 2. Uribe will take care of it, and he'll toss it over to first to get the out. And that retires the side, but damage is done. 2 runs, 2 hits, a 2-run bomb by Eric the Red. It's 5-3 going into the bottom of the 8th. Leading off for the Giants will be Will the Thrill Clark. He's 1 for 3. Murphy is going to stay out there a little while longer. He can pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. At least pitch to Clark. Murphy will set up and get ready for the pitch. Murphy, 4-5. Error on a grounder. Clark, 4-4. It's a ground ball. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to O'Neill. His error rating is a 10. That's a 19. He's got it. Murphy comes over. Murphy, not Clark. I'm sorry. Who's at the bat? No, that's first O'Neill. O'Neill gives it to Murphy, and Murphy won't get to the bag, and that's going to be out number 1. Nice play by O'Neill, and Clark is out of there, 1 down, as there's no error. Here's Maldonado. Maldonado is 0 for 3. Murphy, he will pitch to him. Murphy, 5-6, strikeout, 16 is high. Maldonado, 5-2, a ground ball to short. Larkin will take his time and toss it over, 2 down. 2 away, here comes Leonard. Leonard is 0 for 3. Murphy will get set and ready for the pitch. Murphy, 6-3, range play at the park. Candlestick Park, 3-3. Ground ball to short again. It's hit to Larkin. Well, Larkin, as you all know, was excellent. His range is a 5. And that is a 5. He makes the stop on his knees, picks it up, throws to first to retire the side. Barry Larkin's not a Hall of Famer for no reason. And he shows some Hall of Fame ability there. I think he's got a great chance to get in the Hall of Fame. 1, 2, 3, go the G-Men. 5-3 Reds after 8. Still trying to figure out why teams didn't start Don Robinson full time. Well, he had a lot of relief appearances. He did have 19 starts that year in '88. Does inside pitch have weather? Only in the rare play when a storm front moves through. But no, inside pitch does not have weather. And I'm actually glad it doesn't. I'm actually very glad that inside pitch doesn't have weather. However, if you wanted to create some form of weather in there, you probably could. I mean, if it got bad weather, I think strikeouts would maybe go up a little bit. So you can maybe, if you want like bad weather, you can raise the strikeout rating or the lower the walk rating or something like that. The home run rating, if you want. Good weather, maybe add +1 to home runs if you want to do that for good weather. Bad weather, -1. You know, you can do that there. And baseball with the demos, I will ignore that because that is just not good. Someone please give baseball. You know what? Just go ahead and give baseball demos to Block Dragon. Somebody, thank you very much. That deserves the Block Dragon. Robinson will pitch here in the top of the 9th inning. 5-3. Bo Diaz leads off for the Reds. He'll bat. He'll bat up. Diaz will go up against Robinson. Robinson will stay out there. He still has a few batters he can face. Robinson will set up. They're just thinking about wind. Well, like I said, I tell people if you want to customize the game a little bit and create better weather days or bad weather days, you can. Robinson with the pitch. Robinson 4-2 against a righty. That is a blank. Diaz 6-5. That's a fly ball to center field. And that's going to get handled there by Butler. And that is out number 1. Pinch hitter coming up for Rob Murphy. He definitely did his job for the Reds. We'll see a pinch hitter. We're in the 9th inning. And coming on to pitch will be, why not? Coming on to bat for the Reds will be Chris Sabo. 271 average, 11 homers, 44 RBIs. Definitely a fan favorite in Cincinnati. He already was a fan favorite in Cincinnati. Sabo only played at 137 games that year. He was on the roster for this game. As after further review says, Spuds. Robinson with the pitch. 2-2. Home run chance. Righty. 1-16. 10 is good against a righty. Sabo needs a 7. No, just a little bit too high. 1-6. And instead he grounds it to short. That'll get taken care of by Uribe, and that will be out number 2. Oh, Sabo just misses a pinch hit homer. He did have 11 home runs that year. 2 outs now for Larkin. Larkin is 1 for 4. You love replay baseball, but you're thinking of pulling the string for inside pitch. Frank, you won't be disappointed. Please believe me, you won't be disappointed. You know how my games are played, and if you have any questions, just watch one of my demo games. You'll get it. Barry Larkin will set up against Robinson. Pitch on the way. Robinson, 6-2 against a righty. That is a blank. Larkin, 1-4. Larkin hits one. That's a double to right. Larkin bounces that one off there. And Larkin will head to second base with a double and keep the inning alive. Do remember, though, Frank, because you asked me about weather, trust me, Chris Davis, when he creates the ballpark cards, he did say weather and all that stuff is factored into the card. It really is. Larkin goes to second base. Here is Treadway. Treadway is 0 for 4, though, but he does have a stolen base. He got on base on a fielder's choice. Reds trying to get a little bit of insurance. 5-3 Reds. Larkin on at second. Strategy rolls are off. Robinson, and he is tired. And actually, I think he's going to have to come out, and he will. Robinson coming out. He is tired. The Giants will go to the bullpen. to pitch to Treadway. And I think they're going to go with a lefty in this case. Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Atlee Hammaker. Boy, does that name if that name doesn't bring back any nostalgia, I don't know what does. Atlee Hammaker, 9 wins, 9 losses, 5 saves, a 3.73 ERA. Hammaker will come on and pitch to Treadway. 2 outs here. 5-3 Reds. Reds looking for insurance. Justin Ludwig joins us here at Candlestick Park. Hammaker will make the strategy rolls are off. Hammaker with the pitch. 5-3. Pitcher result. Lefty, 1-16. Base hit up the middle. That's an 8. That's a single. That's also a run scored. Base hit, Jeff Treadway. Hammaker gives up a single right up the middle. Larkin will come around and he will score. It's 6-3 Reds. Stadium groans. So a base hit by Treadway. That's the first hit of the game for him. The batter now is Daniels. Daniels having a heck of a night tonight. 3 for 3 with a walk, 2 singles and a double. The Reds historically lost this game. They're looking to turn it around. Hammaker, the only pitcher to give him a grand slam in the All-Star game. I knew that would be something. I knew the name. Treadway on it first. Hammaker will pitch to Daniels. Now a 6-3 game for the Reds. Hammaker 3-4. That is a blank. Daniels 3-5. That's a grounder to second base. That'll get handled there by Thompson. Picks it up, throws to first, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits for the Reds. They do pick up an insurance run. We will go to the bottom of the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? I know Brian B. would love to see some 9th inning magic. Leading off for the Giants is going to be Bob Melvin. Reds are going to go to the bullpen. They got 3 righties and a switch coming up. And I know they were talking about John Franco, but in this case, I am not going to put him on the mound here, and I'm going to go with Frank Williams. 3 wins, 2 losses, save, a 2.59 ERA. Coming on to pitch is Frank Williams. He'll be the 3rd pitcher. Try to nail the game down, although Franco is ready to go if necessary. So Frank Williams will pitch to Melvin. And definitely the Reds have a good bullpen, that is for sure. Bottom of the 9th inning, 6-3. Fans here at Candlestick hoping for some magic. Williams, 3-1. Strikeout 4. Yep, got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Melvin will go down swinging. 1 down. Next batter is Thompson. He will bat. 264 average. He'll swing away. Williams will set up against Thompson. Pitch underway. Williams, 6-2. Range play. Thompson, 1-6. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Larkin. Larkin with excellent range. A range of a 5. That is a 2. No problem for Larkin. Throws to first. 2 down. And the last chance for the Giants will be Jose Uribe. Uribe is 1 for 3. Right move. Williams will go ahead and pitch to Uribe as baseball with the demos really is looking to get banned for life here. Uribe is 1 for 3. Williams will go ahead and make the pitch. Fans here at Candlestick hoping for some magic. Williams with the pitch. 3-3. And that's a walk plus, but it does not walk Uribe. It becomes a 16 minus 1 is a 15. That's a 20. Uribe gets to swing the bat. 3-4, and it's a fly ball to right field. Getting over there is Jones. He takes a couple of steps backward, puts out his glove. Block. and the ball falls into it. That's your game. Reds will beat the Giants tonight, 6-3 here at the Stick. Stadium groans. The Reds historically lost this game 5-4, but they will win this inside pitch game 6-3. 9 runs were scored in the game historically, and 9 runs are scored in the game here. What a game for the Reds over the Giants. The Reds get to 500, and the Giants will only take their second loss of the season. Final line score coming up. For the Reds, 6 runs on 12 hits and no errors. For the Giants, 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, though, is Rob Murphy. He goes ahead and gets the win. The loss will go to Joe Price. There is no save for Frank Williams, but I will give him credit for a hold. A nice win there for the Reds as they beat the Giants today. We still got more coming up. 10-minute ticker is on the way. Don't go away. The tying run, as far as I know, has to be on deck. So that's what, and the tying, it was a 3-run game. So the tying run wasn't on deck. Nobody got on base. So that's why I don't give him a save. Although, that's at least that's how I know the rules as far as I know about it. But no save for Williams. I didn't give him one for that. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. So the Reds do get ahead and get a victory over the Giants, and they do get the win. Let's begin with April 13th, Kansas City at Baltimore. Royals 1461, and that is 7. Orioles 651, and that's 4. A win for the Royals. Milwaukee at Boston. Brewers 1536, and that is 5. Red Sox 1426, and that is 4. That's going to be a win for the Brew Crew. White Sox and the Angels. White Sox 926, that is 3. Angels 1125, and that's also 3. We have a tie. Extra innings coming up. Chicago rolls a 2, plus 3 is 5. Angels roll a 6, plus 0 is 6. The Angels will win the ball game. Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins 1956, and that is 8. Indians 1444, and that's 5. That'll be a win for the Twin Cities. Oakland at Seattle. Athletics 2265, and that's 11. Mariners 1151, and that is 5. A win for the A's. Yankees at the Blue Jays. Yankees 916, that's 2. Jays 1866, that's 12, and the Jays will crush the Yankees. Crush the Yankees. Houston at Atlanta. Astros 965, that is 8. Braves 526, and that is 2. That'll be a win for Steeler fans. Astros. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. Philadelphia 1134, and that is 4. Pirates 1553, and that is 6, and that's a win for the Pirates. Yeah, the Phillies also in 88, not good. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers 432, that is 2. Padres 331, and that's also 2. They have a tie. Dodgers roll a 1, plus 0 is 1. Padres roll a 1, plus 0 is 1. It is a tie, which means that the Padres will win it by virtue of home field. Cubs and the Cardinals. Cubs 11-15, and that is 2. Cardinals 7-65, and that is 8. And that'll be a win for the Redbirds. Have I ever done any replays in the 40s? No, I have not. Since I only play inside pitch for replays, he doesn't have any seasons from the 40s yet. The only games you can play from the 40s, I believe, are Replay, Fall Classic, APA, of course, and maybe some other. And I think that's about it. There are not many games from the 40s. I think there is a 4. I don't think Payoff. I forget if Payoff Pitch has one from the 40s. I don't think so. On to April 14th, Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City 11-33, and that is 4. Orioles 4-56, and that is 5. And this Orioles team is not acting like the 0-21 start. Milwaukee at Boston. Brewers 4-64. And that's 6. Red Sox 15-45, and that is also 6. They will tie. Brewers roll a 3, -1 is 2. Red Sox roll a 2, -3 is -1, and that's going to be a win for the Brewers. Minnesota at Cleveland. Minnesota 10-51, that is 5. Indians 13-36, and that's 4. That will be a win for the Twin Cities. Texas at Detroit. Texas 7-11, that's 0. Detroit 12-26, that's 3. A win for the Cats. Oakland at Seattle. Oakland 11-32, and that is 3. Mariners 5-35, and that is also 3. They will tie again. They will tie. Both teams roll a 4. Oakland 4 plus 0 is 4. Seattle 4 -1 is 3. That's going to be a win for the A's. Yankees at the Blue Jays. Yankees 11-26, and that is 3. Blue Jays 13-35, and that is 4. That'll be a win for the Jays. Cincinnati at the Astros. Reds 10-43, and that is 4. Astros 12-21, and that is 2. That'll be a win for the Reds. Expos and the Mets. Expos 4-56, and that is 5. Mets 9-62, and that is 7. And my Mets have a happy recap. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. Philadelphia 4-23, and that is 2. The Bucks 12-21, and that's also 2. They will tie. Philadelphia rolls a 6, plus 0 is 6. Pittsburgh rolls a 3, plus 0 is 3, and that's going to be a win for the Pirates. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers 11-55, and that is 6. The Padres 8-41, and that's 4. That will be a win for the Dodgers. On to April 15th, Cleveland at Baltimore. Cleveland 23-45, and that is 7. The Orioles 8-21, and that is 2. Another win, another loss there for Baltimore. Texas at the Red Sox. Texas 11-32, and that is 3. Boston 14-42, and that is 5. A win for the Bo Sox. Yankees at the Brewers. Yankees 1456, and that is 7. Milwaukee 1263, and that's 8. Milwaukee will beat the Yankees. White Sox at Oakland. I gave the Phillies a win because the Phillies had the higher extra inning roll. White Sox at the Athletics. White Sox, let's see here. White Sox 552, and that is 4. Oakland 2034, and that's 5. Oakland will go ahead and beat the Chi Sox. California at Seattle. Angels 1124, and that is 3. Seattle 1155, that is 6, and the Mariners will get the win. Pittsburgh and the Cubs. Pittsburgh 1035, and that is 4. Cubs 855, and that's 6. And that will be a win for the Cubbies. Reds and the Astros. Reds 566, that is 8. Astros 1166, and that is 10. Wow. Both teams roll a 66, but the Astros get the win. Braves and the Dodgers. Braves minus 245, and that is 3. Dodgers 1363, and that is 8. And that's a win for the Dodgers. Yankees, I'll have to check for you down there. Philadelphia and the Expos. Although the Yankees in 1988 were kind of mediocre. They weren't that great. Philadelphia 724, and that is 2. Expos 1354, and that is 6. Another win for the Expos. Another loss for the Phillies. The Phillies in 1988 were pretty bad. Cardinals and the Mets. Cardinals 423, and that is 2. Mets 1333, and that is 4. Another happy recap for my New York Mets. The 88 Mets were pretty damn good. Giants and the Padres. A lot of people say the 88 Mets were actually the best Mets team ever, even though they didn't win the World Series. They didn't get to the series. San Francisco at the Padres. Giants 712, that's 0. Padres 463, and that is 6. A win for the Friars. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be April 16th. We will be at Exhibition Stadium, north of the border. The Minnesota Twins will take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Frank Viola will go to Minnesota, and Todd Stottlemyre will pitch for the Blue Jays. Twins, Blue Jays, Viola, and Stottlemyre. Be there or be square. What was my first baseball game? Stratomatic was actually my first baseball game. Frank Wainscott, Old Man Music, King Twan Gaming, Brian B, Baseball with the Demos, Steve Tower. Let's see here, Justin Ludwig, JAA, Clarkerotts, Doug Hunt. And see if I can get everyone in here. Chris DeMello, David Vega, Joel Turney, Ron McGrath. And JT 2.0. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. See you guys tomorrow night. A nice win for the Reds tonight in a game they historically lost. They beat the Giants 6-3. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.